earlier told me that you guys are planning to visit Indonesia. What made you decide to come over here? And looking ahead, what are LUSS goals for the future?
The MD of our label, he just told us that there's going to be this showcase going on in Bali, and
Oh,
not just a showcase, but we get to stay there for a few days to do like a little song camp as well, and that's what we're most excited about, to meet other artists in different countries in Asia, and probably maybe we can work on a few songs and do collaborations with them in the future.
Hi everyone. Welcome back again to Unexplained YouTube channel. Today we have a special guest for you as we welcome the incredible talented duo from Thailand, LUSS. Hi Coco and Ben, how is it going?
Hey,
Hi, we're good. How are you?
I'm great, so nice to meet you. We are thrilled to have you here. Can you tell us a short story about how LUSS first began the music journey in Thailand pop music?
So, how did we start? I think it's the 5th year of LUSS together as a band. So, at first, I think we became quite prominent in Thai music industry 3 years ago, but with not many people know that this journey has been like 5 years or so already. But 3 years ago, luckily, two of our songs got very popular. Um, Thai people are familiar with it. The songs are 24/7, Ultimatum, and Kung Fu. Those are the ones that gained us the recognition. And then later on, we started to work behind the scenes more as we go, and then doing this parallel with our with LUSS as well. So it's been a 3 years long journey of like kind of like working as LUSS and then behind the scenes in the Thai music industry. So yeah.
Wow. So as you mentioned earlier about the 24/7 and then Ultimatum, how did the success of both of those songs approach to creating music, especially in terms of reaching a wider audience and gaining recognition?
I think the reason why those songs worked really well in Thai music industry back then, it was because they I don't know if international fans noticed, but they're kind of very distinct and has its own unique sounds and the lyric
Mhm.
sense as well. Okay, sorry, I thought she was saying something. So back then, though, the trend of the music 3 years ago, speaking in terms of like lyric wise, and because back then because I am the front woman, right? And back then every female singers, the story that they tell through their music are usually like heartbroken songs and like kind of like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for you to see where this relationship is going. And we were kind of, because we're rebellious at heart, we were kind of like really, to be honest, we were really bored, and we were just curious, and we just wanted to make something that sound different already, because we keep on hearing the same kind of stories being told in songs. So I keep the song itself, the Ultimatum and 24/7, even though it sounds like a really cute and pop song, right? But the lyrics, though, I'll just talk about the lyrics and I'll let Ben talk about the music stuff. But the lyrics are kind of like, oh, it's me taking control. They're very sarcastic as well. In Thai, we have this word called "kwantin." I don't think they have the equivalent word like this in English or anywhere else, but it's basically like when you want to annoy somebody, but in a harmless way, in a comical way. That's what it is. That's the definition of the vibe of the song that we're going with, because we're actually very quirky as well. So a lot of us being quirky, being weird, and being Gwenthine, as I mentioned, were put into the lyric a lot. And back then, people were like, "Oh, like the personality of this girl is kind of like different." So that
Yeah.
I think that gained us quite a recognition for
Yeah.
those two songs. And about the beat,
That's so amazing
yes.
stories. And then we get to learn some Thailand languages. uh,
You learn.
so you guys recently released a new single called How You Lie. Can you tell us the unique story behind the song and how you collaborated with HYE?
Can you repeat that again? I'm sorry, there was a glitch.
Okay. So you recently released a new single called How You Lie. Can you tell us how the process of creating the music and how you get the collaboration with HYE?
The process of creating the music.
Yeah. All
Go
right.
ahead.
So the first idea is like so we born in 1990, and then like we grew up in like 2000 music scene kind of vibe, and then like we want to like bring back the the vibe like to R&B 2000s. Yeah, and just like mix and match with like the new sound with like a synth and her vocal design. So it's like kind of like mix and match like the old thing with like the new thing, like our thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to bring back, because we were born in the '90s, right? We just wanted to.
Yeah.
Back then, R&B, hip hop were very popular in terms of like Western music.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
kind of bringing it back. We've been thinking about this for a long time, but it just wasn't time to bring back this kind of music. But now that we're making an album, I think it'd be a really great addition to it. So it's kind of like nostalgic, but we mix it with like the sounds that we think are very modern,
Yeah.
and today's vibe. So yeah, it became How You Lie. And then for HYE though, for Thai people, we know he's very famous for because he apart from his solo project, he's in a band that's very very famous right now. The band is
So you said
called
the band called Paper Planes.
Paper Planes,
Yeah.
but not many
Yeah.
people know that he's, because it's a rock band, right? But not many people know that he's
Okay.
actually good at
Yeah.
R&B and singing in this kind of tone. And being a fan of his solo work as well, we thought, why not? Like we've worked, because he's also a producer as well.
Yeah.
So we've
Oh,
worked behind the scenes together before. Why don't we just collaborate in this song? And this time he's not coming. He's not being a producer. He's actually being the front man and the artist. So I think a lot of people don't really get to see him like this, and so we thought it'd be fun if we collaborated on the
Yeah.
song.
great. With your upcoming album, is there anything on the move launching soon? Can you share some insights into the themes and inspiration behind the album title and content? Maybe you could share a snippet, or maybe you could tell us a little bit about that.
Is there anything on the moon? It's how we came about with the theme is because it's a reflection of our curious nature. We're always curious. If you spend a day with us, we would like give you like hundreds of questions, because we're just naturally like very skeptical and very curious people. But so um naming our album a question like, oh, is there anything on the moon? It's just a sarcastic way of saying that, like, because most people won't want, like, will not think about like all the way to like, oh, is there anything on the moon? It's like kind of like very far from our everyday life, right? But it's just a very sarcastic way and funny way to to you know show that the vibe that we're going for in this album, like, oh, it's a lot of like, yeah, how would you, oh, also, sorry, and also every single time that we go into the to work on the music in this album, every single day, it's like we're hibernating almost. Every single day we'll go into the studio, and then when we come out, every single time it will be dark already because we will be in there for the whole day for like months and months. And every time we come out, we'll look up into the sky and then we'll see the moon. And that's the only time, because after the music, after we work on this music in the studio, we will come out and take like a little walk just to clear our heads. And then, that's the only time that we don't use our phones. And that's kind of like
Yeah.
a very precious moments for us in this technology world, because we get to stay in the present moment as well. And then we'll look up to the sky and we'll see the moon. That's the inspiration, another inspiration behind like the name of the album. And then we came to think that, oh, like people have, back in the days before the technologies, before the phones, before the internet, people have this really special connection to the moon as well. And you see in the poems, in the songs, they'll talk to the moon almost. So we think it'd be cool if we just, integrate the moon into the name of the album. And as you see the song, as you see, we reveal more of the songs in the album. There'll be more connections to the space, to the universe, to the moons. Just a subtle hints, almost.
Yeah. Oh, that was very deep meaning behind the album, and then the music behind it. And also, last question. A little bird told me that you guys are planning to visit Indonesia. What made you decide to come over here? And looking ahead, what are LUSS goals for the future?
What made us go there? Well, it's like มันคือคำว่าอะไรนะคะ showcase, right? So the MD of our label, he just told us that there's going to be this showcase going on in Bali, and not just a showcase, but we get to stay there for a few days to do like a little song camp as well. And that's what we're most excited about, to meet other artists in different countries in Asia, and probably maybe we can work on a few songs and do collaborations with them in the future. So that's what we're most excited about, though, the change of scenarios to create music in a different space. I think we'll come up with something pretty interesting. Very excited to go.
Well, we cannot wait, and then can't wait to have you here. So thank you so much for joining us today, Coco and Ben. To our viewers, don't forget to check out LUSS' latest single, HYE, and keep an eye out for their upcoming album, Is There Anything on the Moon? So thank you guys so much, and until next time, bye.
Thank you so much, Nino. Bye.